it one more time.
Is Antonio around? Okay, otherwise, I'll let Jody just say a few words about her important environmental work and also what's happening with a lot of the cutbacks. That could be a little interesting story.
Hi, my name is Jody Sperling. I'm the choreographer for Lapse Dance, and we have Sarah Tracy, Maki Kitahara, who are two of the time-lapse dancers. We have a larger ensemble. I know a lot of organizations right now are reeling, including Earth Celebrations, having just had their NEA grant cut at the last minute. And I know something about that, and I know the pain about that, because we did a tour of Egypt earlier this year that we've been planning for almost 3 years, and we left on January 27th. On January 26th, we got a call from the State Department that was funding the tour. It was only 5 days after the inauguration, and they pulled a $30,000 grant that was funding the tour. We had already purchased the tickets, we had contacted all the performers, we had received a $10,000 deposit. We're hoping that they don't try to pull out that, but that is always a possibility that we're kind of, in limbo still about. But this is happening to all arts organizations right now across the city. I know we were particularly targeted because of our climate message. I know Felicia and Earth Celebration is vulnerable because they preach love, community, collaboration, peace, environmental awareness, eco-consciousness, creativity, imagination, positive visioning for the future, and all of those, and diverse, inclusive, accessible communities. So all of those things are really at odds with administration priorities, and so those are the programs that are being targeted. And so it's really important for everyone to understand that now is the time for everybody who has whatever means you have. The federal government is not going to fund this work anymore. And we have to step in, pull together, and support each other, support the artists that you want to see, you want to survive, you want their work to continue to come forth and thrive and feed your soul. That we all have to get very actively involved in making it happen and taking responsibility for its survival and its thriving. And I think we have a great example of that today in this event. So thank you, Felicia, for inviting us to be back year after year.
Thank you, Jody. And I would just add that while, yes, it was only a week ago on Saturday, we were headed to the rehearsal, and I opened up my email on the way to the rehearsal with the termination notice. Understand, we have already spent the money on this event, so it does not risk, did we have the money, because we've already spent it. I am waiting to be reimbursed for the money that I've spent, which basically was terminated. So we lucked out. A few days later, unsolicited, we received an email from the Andy Warhol Foundation for Visual Arts and Helen Frankenthaler. They took 80 of the Challenge America grantees that had been cut. And luckily, there were 243 across the United States, and they took what were considered the visual arts projects, and we were one of them. Had I not been in that 80 selected, we would be without the money. So I feel such gratitude for that kind of action, and I hope the other groups and their example will help fund the other groups who are all facing cuts across not only NEA, NEH, EPA, everything. So hopefully, those who foundations and the people in philanthropy will step up. And I am just so grateful to be in the first great example of a private foundation's making a difference, a very quick fix. So thank you.
Woo! Wow.